Hello, welcome back to the video tutorial. Our today's topic for the session is creating icons using Figma. Now, Figma is considered a UI software, and that is the reason why a lot of people think that vector icons cannot be created in Figma. But it's not like that. In fact, creating icons in Figma is very easy. It has been very simplified. So we have this set of icons. We will try to recreate some of them and see how we can do that. Okay. So I will first take a copy of this and let's say we will start with this calendar icon. Okay. So I am double clicking on this. Firstly, I just want the calendar part. Double click, and this is the window that I get. I will crop it. Okay, and as you can see here, you will find anchor points so that I can view only this much area. I'll zoom in, and that's it. Done. Okay, and close. So now we have this icon. Now as you can see, this icon is made of different shapes, which is, in this case, there are multiple squares. There is one big square with a rounded border radius, and then here it's empty. Okay, so let's start. I will start. Whenever you have to create a vector, use shapes. In this case, your frames etc. will not be as useful. It's best to go with shapes. So I am picking up a rectangle here. Okay, I will draw like this. Now we need to give it a corner radius. We'll give it a little more. Okay, now there is this portion which does not have the background. Okay, so what we'll do is we will create another rectangle, and we'll create a part by part calendar. First we'll create this page, then we'll create the contents inside, and then we will create these hooks. Okay, so I will change the color because on white it will get merged. So I am placing this here. Okay, I'm selecting these two so that we can center align it. Okay, and the spacing is equal. So now there is an equal spacing, left, bottom and right. Okay, now what we'll do is we want this part to not be as in to go transparent. We want to see the original background. Okay, see, so we want this part to go hidden. So what we'll do is we'll select the two shapes. Whenever you will select shapes, you will get this option where you can make them a union, or you can subtract them, or you can intersect and exclude them. Okay, if you make a union, it will join the two shapes. However, in this case we will not be able to see how a union works. Let's see all the other. We'll start with subtract. Okay, so as you can see, now I have this transparent. This is what we are looking for. Okay, let's see the others also. Oops, sorry. Now this is a union, so it has sort of combined both. Okay, I have to click on the arrow, and let's do intersect. Okay, now only the part which was overlapping, as in which was common for both the shapes, is the one that we see here. However, this is not what we want. And then exclude also works for us in this case. Okay, so let's go with exclude. Now this is my shape. Okay, this shape has a rectangle and another rectangle. Now we want this thing to be a combined shape and not two different shapes. So what we'll do is after we have selected exclude from here. Okay, what we'll do is we will right click on this, and we will see outline stroke. Okay, I'll keep this layer open and let's see what happens. Outline stroke. Okay, now there is no more layer inside it. Okay, now it's an independent shape. So now we have achieved this. Now we want these squares that represent date inside it. So I will make these squares it should be, because it's a square, I'll change it to, and make sure that the width and height is same. And the last one here. Okay. Okay, so now I am taking all of this and I will bring them here. First I will make a union of this. Actually, before that, as you can see, when I select multiple objects which are in horizontal and vertical alignment, it gives me this icon. Tip: whenever you want to arrange, there are multiple elements in one section which is horizontally as well as vertically distributed, you will, and you, once you select them, you will find this icon. I'll click on this. Okay, and now it has arranged to left. However, let's see, we'll say, oops, we'll say we want this. Can you see here spacing in between? So we'll say we want 8 and we want 4. Okay, now all of these are selected. We will create a union of this. Sorry, I'll click here, and as you can see, there are right now multiple rectangles. We will create a union. We want all of them to be part of one layer. Now it's one layer. Now it's one layer, and what you can do is you can right click on this and click on this outline stroke. Once you click on outline stroke, all the rectangle will become part of one shape, and now we have it. So I'll bring this here. Now our dates start from right. So what we'll do is we'll right click on this and we'll say flip horizontal. So it will flip, and now it's taking the horizontal position. Okay, so we have achieved what we wanted. I will do Control Z because this spacing, okay, we will keep 8 and 8, otherwise it looks a little off, it looks a little inconsistent. Okay, so this one again a union, and then right click, sorry, not component, my bad, right click and outline stroke. So now we have this union, and we'll bring it here. Outline stroke, oh sorry, flip horizontal. Now we can also change the size the way we want it. So these are the blocks that represent date. Okay, now we want this shape, which is the calendar background, okay, or calendar page, and dates to form one shape. So we will select the two. I'll just move this aside. We will select the two and we will say union. Okay, we'll keep this a union for now. Okay, just in case we want to make any changes to it. Now we want this thing. Okay, we first want this area transparent and then hooks. So what we'll do is we will bring a horizontal, no, this is more of a rectangle with a bigger corner radius. Okay, here it is. So I'll bring this here with a different color. Okay, now it looks as if it has changed, so which is misleading to us. And one here. Okay, I'll make a group first and I'll center line this with it. Okay, so this is my group, this is my shape. I've selected both and we will center line this. Now we can ungroup these. Okay, now we want these to be one shape, not just a part of one layer. So we will make it a union, plus we will make it outline stroke. Now this and the this is, let's say we are calling this hook, and this where we have the page. Okay, so I'll bring this inside it. Sorry, I will select the union here in the background, and let's change it to outline stroke because it has to be an independent shape for us to change the uh, to subtract it from some other shape. So outline stroke, now it's an independent shape. Okay, then we have these hooks. First I'll create a copy because we will need them later. Selecting this and this, now we want to say subtract. Okay, so now it's gone. We had this saved. I'm deleting one of these. Okay, whenever you select a shape, it's an independent shape. Now you double click it, you will actually get these anchor points. You can change it the way you want it. For now I'll delete it, we'll come to that also because we want just one. Okay, and we are making this smaller. So this is your, whenever you find yourself in a situation where this is not going, just click on done or escape and press escape on keyboard. Okay, and it's gone. And here is my, now 1 2 3, all of them we want to make a union. Sorry, 1 2, we want to make it a union. Now subtract, this is still two different layers, and that is the reason why it did not do it correctly. So we will change it to outline stroke. Now let's see if this is working for us. This also is still in two layers, so outline stroke, and now both of these are independent layers, correct? And now we'll do a union. So now we have this calendar ready. Okay, again one last time, outline stroke. Now we have this in the form of a vector. You can use it with different colors. Okay, so that's how you can create icons in Figma. Now this was made out of basic shapes. Okay, so I will move this aside. I'm selecting this too, and I'll move this aside. Now we'll create another one, which is let's say we'll create this like icon. Okay, when we like something on Facebook or Instagram, not Facebook. So how can we create this heart shape? Because that's something which is not made out of basic shape. So again, I'll crop this first so that I have copy of only the shape that we want. And there is an interesting way to make actually something like this, which is a symmetric shape, which means if you cut this in half, the left and right are absolutely same. Okay, so let's do this. I will first trace it. Okay, how can you trace on Figma? There is this pen tool. Okay, I'll select the pen tool. We will create only the left half of this shape. Okay, so I will click here. Okay, now I want to also make sure that I have these curves properly. So I am pressing shift. So then what it does is it gives me exact same alignment with the original dot. So I'm clicking here, and now don't leave your mouse, just click and drag it. So I've created this. Now before moving on to next, as you can see, there is this curve thing, right? To get rid of that, just click on this and we will move on to next. Okay, now I am pressing shift and I am finding here an anchor point. Now when you click, just drag it till the time you get that desired curve. Okay, now again, as you can see, if I go here directly, because this is a straight line, it's not bothering me. So let's say we will use it, but when we have to edit it, we will not be able to get rid of this anchor point. So I'll get rid of it now. Okay, and then I have this. I will join it with, as you can see, it is not in the right alignment, but we'll bring it in the right alignment. Okay, so I'm moving my icon image to the left so that we can make corrections to it. Now whenever you have a shape, I will add fill to this and remove this. As you can see, there are certain places where you need to smoothen this, right? So whenever you are working with a shape, when you select a shape, it will give you this edit option. Okay, edit object. Now when I click this, see, it's giving me these points. So I just need to rectify these and make sure that it does not have any pointed edges. Okay, now as we can see, this is not aligned with this. So what we'll get is, we'll first get a ruler so that we know that these 2 points are exactly on the same line. So how you can do that? Go to this main icon, main menu, go to view and show rulers. Okay, right now it's already showing. As you can see, there are rulers here, and I will switch it on and switch it off. Now it's gone. Now I have my rulers back. Okay, so when you have this arrow, left and right arrow, just click and drag it to the position you want it. Okay, now I'm moving this slightly too close to this, and now as we can see, there is some distance here. Okay, so I'll select this, the shape. I will click on this edit object, and we will bring this thing. We'll select it. When you select it, it will turn blue, and then you move it like this. Now as you can see, we can change it. We can change it the way we want. So what we have done is, we just brought it 1 pixel this side. Now it is exactly on the red line, the ruler. So done. I want to have, I don't want the ruler now. We will create a copy of this. Like I said, because this is a symmetric shape, we will only create one half and we'll create a copy. Okay, because there are chances that if you're trying to create the whole shape by tracing it, your left and right might look very different or slightly different. They might not be, they might not come as a proper symmetric shape. So I'll create a copy of this. Okay, and right click, flip horizontal. Now we'll join the two. Okay, it's joined. Okay, I think there is still space left here. So what we'll do is, we'll select this, we'll click here, and we will bring it to this line. The same thing we will do with this shape. We have selected the shape, we have this anchor point, and we will join them. Now there's no gap. Okay, we'll make this like this, selecting both of them and creating a union. As we can see, it's now a combined vector. So we will right click on this and say outline stroke. Now we have this as one shape. So that's how you can work with, you can create icons using Figma. And making vector icons in Figma is absolutely easy. Here it is, one with tracing, the other with basic shapes. Try creating some more icons so that you get a complete understanding of how you can create vector shapes in Figma. That's all for today. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.